Welcome, this is Yvone, and I am going to discuss about the review and definitions of language, macro skills, communicative competence, views on language, and components of grammar. What is language? A language is a system of communication which consists of a set of sounds and written symbols which are used by the people of a particular country or region for talking or writing. A language is a structured system of communication. The structure of a language is its grammar, and the three components are its vocabulary. Languages are the primary means of communication of humans and can be conveyed through speech, sign, or writing. There are more than 7,100 languages are spoken around the world. What is macro skills? Macro skills refer to the primary, key, main, and largest skill set relative to a particular context. It is commonly referred to in English language. The 5 macro skills are listening, speaking, writing, reading, and viewing. Listening. This basic skill is about hearing and perceiving other people's opinions and absorbing facts and emotional intelligence derived from the spoken word. However, not every person must hear to listen. Speaking. It is the act of talking to someone or making an utterance with intentional and unintentional dealings, or of a discourse of a person who really speaks. For example, speech can be used to convey message to the audience, indicate danger, or to defend against threats. Reading. Literacy is a key to social progress. Without the reading skills needed to get an education, citizens will lag behind. Many people still struggle with illiteracy or learning disorders such as dyslexia. However, there are excellent new methods for tackling these issues. Writing. It is another fundamental tool for expressing ideas, facts, and figures. Cursive writing and printing are important methods, but both are slowly being replaced by typing, since the world has become centered around electronics, computer, keyboards, and texting devices. And the last one is viewing. It is the 5th macro skill today. It refers to perceiving, examining, interpreting, and construction meaning from visual images and is crucial to improving comprehension of print and non-print materials. This is a skill to be taught as learners are exposed on multimedia. Next is communicative competence. The term communicative competence refers to both the tacit knowledge of a language and ability to use it effectively. It is also called communication competence, and it's the key to social acceptance. The concept of communicative competence grew out of resistance to the concept of linguistic competence introduced by Noam Chomsky. Most scholars now consider linguistic competence to be a part of communicative competence. Communicative competence is a term in linguistics which refers to a language uses grammatical knowledge of syntax, morphology, phonology, and the like, as well as social knowledge about how and when to use utterances appropriately. 4 components of communicative competence. The first one is grammatical competence. It is the ability to recognize lexical, morphological, syntactical, and phonological features of a language and to use these features effectively to interpret, encode, and decode words and sentences. The second one is social linguistic competence. It is the ability to interpret the social meaning of the choice of linguistic varieties and to use language with the appropriate social meaning for the communication situation. For example, when you're talking with your friend, the conversation will be informal, but when you're speaking with the president, a formal conversation will be applied. So, social linguistics revolve in the society and what pattern of language should be used that would be suitable for both communicators. The third one is discourse competence. It is related to the learner's mastery of understanding and producing text in the modes of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. It deals with cohesion and coherence in different types of texts. There are two main aspects of discourse competence. The first one is cohesion. It is a term in linguistics that refers to how the structure and content of a sentence or text is linked together to create meaning. While coherence in linguistics is what makes a text semantically meaningful. The last one is strategic competence. This is about knowing how to recognize and repair communication breakdown, how to work around gaps in one knowledge of the language, and how to learn more about the language in the context. This includes paraphrasing, appeal for assistance, coinage, gesture, and filling gaps. It is also concerned with such performance factors as coping with the nuisance of background noise or using gap fillers. Views on language. The prescriptive view of language says that there is a single system of language that students must be taught to use properly. It implies a distinction between good grammar and bad grammar, and its primary focus is on standard forms of grammar and syntactic constructions. Psycholinguistics is a field of study in which researchers investigate the psychological process involved in the use of language, including language comprehension, language production, and first and second language acquisition. Social linguistics is defined as a study of how the people around you and your heritage can change the way you speak. An example of social linguistics is a study of Spanish and English being spoken together as Spanglish. Components of grammar. Syntax is the study of the formation of sentences. Morphology is the study of the formation of words. Phonology is the study of speech sounds and their cognitive aspects. Semantics, the study of meaning. Pragmatics, the study of language use.